Hey guys, this is Matt here from the Sisyphus Media array. Looks great when you type it out, Sisyphus Media array, but when you fucking say it, you sound like a tool. At least that's how I feel. Anyway, lately I've been just having a lot of ideas, questions more so, and I feel, you know what, since we live in a day and age where even though it be turn-based and not truly, live, real-time, with the exception of a few programs, I should at least take full advantage of this YouTube format and be able to at least have some FaceTime with you and just at least try to form the facsimile of a conversational environment. So, now that I've got that out of the way, how was the weather in your part of the world? I know for me it was a little bit of rain, had all the little cool little frogs, the southern toads, the leopard frogs, the green tree frogs, all sorts of awesome herpetofauna coming out of the woodwork or waterwork or mudwork, whatever is more apt for these amphibians to say. Anyway, I was going to talk about some things. That's right. Yeah. I've been kind of having this little, not lingering suspicion or anything, but this little tiny inkling of an idea, feeling, sentiment in the back of my mind for the last couple months. And I think now I have at least enough of time to, at least have the concepts illustrated enough, clearly enough, and concisely enough so this way you guys know what I'm talking about. I want to talk about the internet. Big surprise, I know. I'm such a bold person, everybody has. But I want to talk about it from the perspective of somebody who is not 30, but somebody who is not born in the 90s. Somebody, us weird Generation Y guys and gals. Us, traipsers and, tropesers. Get a little Xavier here with the free usage of words. And that I'm raping them or disfiguring them for my intent. Ooh, that makes me sound scary. Anyway, so yeah, the internet first really starts getting big around the time I begin junior high. This is late 1996. 12 years old. Oh man. Back at that point, you had your Yahoo. Google was around, but man, Google used to be like the most unpopular search engine ever. It has so been recent that Google's been able to do it. It's such, yeah, that's beside my point. So, like I said, on the internet, you didn't have all these streaming video content sites. You were lucky if you found a site that had GIF flashes or whatever. As a young man, if you wanted to look at any erotic material, you would have to wait 2 hours to download a 30-second clip. And that was with 56K. Oh, man. But anyway, yeah. My main point is, Web 1.0, shall we call it that? Sure. It was like anything new. Like punk rock. Or, the first, bunch of cats in the States, to first start smoking opium. And then later on, the first bunch of cats start smoking weed before it gets outlawed in 37. I don't know where I'm, yeah. So it's always these interesting new places that pop up that are created by really bright people. The internet, for example, it started as some phoneless telecommunication line in the event of a nuclear assault. Very much a Cold War idea, I would think. Alright, so anyway, the internet at that time was just basically glorified instant messaging. Alright, and then, boom, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, this is when you first start hearing about these search sites being called search engines. By the way, just to give you an idea of how long ago I'm talking here, having internet access and being an anime nerd, when you're 14, you'll look up everything you can about your favorite shows. And back then, you didn't have company websites. You didn't have free clips. You had college students. You had balls-to-the-wall fans of these shows making these crummy hypertext web pages that were so blank, Spartan, and generic in format. But in many ways, at least with today, that seems like that was a part of the charm that's gone. Yeah, I guess to the younger folks that are watching this, I guess, you guys who are, 16 and downwards, I mean, this must seem really weird for you guys. I mean, because you guys were born by the time video games already had 3D graphics in them. You know, you guys missed out on the whole 80s arcade, boom, boom, bang, bang, fun shit there. But, I mean, everyone can relive that now by going on to MAME. You know, so that alone, but it was different back then. It was different. You didn't have this kind of access to media whenever you wanted. It doesn't take a genius to realize that. But anyway, I'm just breaking up the point that the fact that with the creation of MySpace, literally, now everybody can have their own website that kind of removed the idiot filter from the internet as a whole, if I should be so bold as to say. Because, let's just be frank from a point of logistics here. Back at this point, let's imagine the year 1999. Recent enough, and still all those old internet rules, or at least tropes, applied. Back then, in 1999, like I said, fact of the matter was this. If you wanted a website, you had a website on the internet that you made by yourself back then based on something that you liked. Star Trek nerd, or you're really big into power tools, or you happen to be like one character here on YouTube who is a shaving enthusiast who shows you how to shave. Crazy stuff. That's just that right there is an example of just how insane the internet's gotten. But for some reason, it's not stupid. It actually serves a purpose. Anyway, so yeah, basically what I'm getting at is that it seems like the internet at first was just this very mysterious place where you had really interesting characters putting out really weird ideas left and right. In many ways, that's the case. It really was, right? But I don't know. Today, if you want to go on the internet and enjoy anything, you just type in YouTube, or if you just can't get enough of yourself, you just view your MySpace profile for hours on end and just marvel at this cyberspace gestalt of a personality you have. That's another thing. The internet, another thing you notice, like, in terms of a general shift in interest, I don't know, like I said, I say I've been thinking about these, but when I say I've been thinking about it like in between, where I'm washing in the shower, or where I'm crapping, or, ordering something at McDonald's, or literally, wherever there's a free junket of time is when I've had these kind of ideas and thoughts, and I've had enough of them to, at least come up with something that seems like a quasi-cohesive little talk I'm giving here. Okay, 9 minutes, running short. Gotta make it quick. So, with Web 2.0, it's just about personalities. People aren't talking about their interests as much, or the things. They're just talking about who they are, what they like, what they're into, who they are. What kind of people. It's shifted from what's that over there to look at him over there. It's that, and I think it's fucked up. Let me know what you guys think about it. Call me dead wrong, call me dead right, call me whatever, but it's my opinion, and fuck it, I stand with it. Have a nice night, guys. I am outie.